Welcome back to Pay Review Cinema and Television. Today we diving into Tyler Perry's latest thriller drama, Divorce in the Black. This 2024 film stars Megan Good and Corey Hardrick, with supporting cast that includes Richard Lawson, Debbie Morgan, and Rakeem Laws. The movie was written, produced, and directed by Tyler Perry. Is available on Prime Video and has received a rather underwhelming rating of 4.4 out of 10. Right? Now, I have to admit, it took me 4 times to watch the entire film of the movie. Not because it was putting me to sleep or anything like that, but just because I kept falling asleep. But let's dive into the plot. The movie centers around Ava, played by Megan Good, whose husband Dallas, played by Corey Hardrick, who leaves her heartbroken as he deserts their marriage. As Dallas' malicious actions unravel, Ava gets a chance to find true love with her distant soulmate. On a real tip, that's how it usually be. Sometimes we get in the wrong relationship, and the guy who was always there, we overlook them. Not everybody, but some people overlook that person, whether it's a male or female, and the one that's standing right next to you, we disregard and we find the one that's not right for us. So this description is quite relatable to many of us on some level. Right? So let's talk about the positive first about this movie. The film was well produced, likely it was shot on Tyler Perry's studio. And the cinematography was on point. However, the issues that many people have with Tyler Perry movies are present here, particularly with the script and storyline. Tyler Perry's film often focus on black families facing adversities with themes of infidelity, domineering women, and submissive men. And yes, of course, we have those abusive husbands as well, a boyfriend. And in Divorce in the Black, Ava endures physical, psychological, and emotional abuse from Dallas. And there's a particular plot point is her best friend documenting all of the abuse without involving police or family. So that plot there, that whole scene, it felt disingenuous and unnatural, leaning on bizarre. Right. Ava's father is a pastor. Her mother is the first lady of the church, which seems to cater to Tyler Perry's Christian base. I'm a Christian. The film exposes secrets within the black community, but at times it felt like the script was written for a white audience. The script was, that's how I felt, right? Some may not think that, we could all say, well, I know people, act the same way, okay, but the script itself felt like for a white audience. Corey Hardrick's portrayal of Dallas felt unnatural, almost as Tyler Perry wrote the character with a different cultural context in mind. The cookie cutter and cutting paste. I saw this on TV somewhere. I saw it's reminiscent of a show I saw back in the day, and I'm going to write a script based on my memories and shows I've seen in the past, and I'm going to make a movie out of it for black people, for the black culture. Megan Good did a commendable job with her role, though some scenes, like her fight with Dallas, seem unrealistic. The final showdown, where she drags Dallas out and her soulmate puts him inside the truck and she slams the door of the truck. It just felt out of place and it lacked authenticity to me. My opinion. Corey Hardrick's portrayal of Dallas felt out of place again. It felt out of place. His tone, diction, and body language seems unnatural, almost like a character. For me, this role didn't do justice to his talents. And it felt like he was merely reciting lines rather than embodying the character. On the other hand, Megan Good fit her role well. She sat in her role. She did those. She did her lines. She acted. I felt it, despite a few unrealistic scenes, such as the fight with Dallas and the subsequent events after that. So she sat in her role, right? Dallas' mother character was poorly written. It sounded unnatural. The script just didn't fit the actors, which is a shame because they all have potential. Tyler Perry's writing and creativity fell short once again. He needs to bring in new writers to refresh his storyline. We already know that he writes everything himself. He got rid of his writers. It could have been a lot better. The supporting cast, including the actress playing Dallas' mother again, didn't fit the performance. It seemed like it made sense to Tyler Perry, but it didn't translate to the screen to many people. Right? Her being in the church, telling her son to drag the body out the casket, take out the casket, leave the church house, and then I don't want your hand-me-downs. And people do give hand-me-downs on their own. People do have arguments in the church. I understand that, we all know that. But as it was portrayed on the screen, it felt unnatural. It didn't seem believable. They was told to do this and that, read your lines, say your lines, but it just didn't feel right. It didn't come across as being believable to me. One of the main issues with Tyler Perry movies is the over-reliance of stereotypes. He dig heavily on stereotypes. That will keep him in the black. That's what keep the money coming in, the viewership. We see the trope of the angry black woman in Ava's best friend and the demeaning portrayal of Dallas, because she told him get out the office, talking to him crazy. These stereotypes don't reflect the diversity and complexity of black families, and it's something many viewers, including myself, have grown tired of. We're just tired of seeing the same stuff. We already know what's going to happen from the beginning to the end of the movie. There's no room for, okay, who did it? How's it going to turn out? What's going on? Or I really like this movie. It really felt good. It sounded good. Everything, the hair was good. The lines was good. The characters were on point. You could see the magic, if you will, between the characters. It felt genuine. It felt like it fit the characters, the actors, I'm sorry, who's portraying these characters. It made sense. There was some little bit of diversity. Um, it wasn't stereotypical. It was refreshing. You know, this is what we're looking for. And this is what we're not getting now with Tyler Perry's productions, movies, films, TV shows, sitcoms. Don't get me wrong, I used to watch a lot of his stuff. I've been stopped watching for years now. Been many years since I've watched something. I know I did one movie review, which was on here. I forgot the name of it, but that one. And then I watched another one he had out. I didn't care for that. I did not do a review on that, of course. So, while the film had a few believable moments, it was filled with stereotypes again, the angry black woman, the demeaning of the character, as I said, Dallas, as he was leaving out the place. And I want to go back to that, you know, I'm talking about the black culture. That's what we're talking about. Black women standing up for their cousin, their mama, their aunties against men because, you know, they're not scared of them. And maybe they're not scared of them. Maybe they're just trying to, you know, be their protective figure. And many times, these same protectors end up losing their lives because the men they're confronting either have a gun in their hand or are capable of getting a gun or coming back and doing something to them because they got in between them and the one they dealing with, their relationship with. Instead of calling the police, trying to help this person find shelter, something that keep them alive. Right. So these cliches can be harmful and don't represent the diversity within the black community because everybody's not doing this. Everybody's not having these type of issues. It's good every once in a while to, you know, have these type of movies because it's relatable to some families, but not all families are going through this, or they separate themselves from that type of environment and they live in a good, peaceful life. They're in a good, wholesome marriage. Their children are acting right. Their money is flowing right. And if their money ain't flowing right, they still have happiness. Their children still doing right. They may have little up and downs here and there, but it's still good in the black neighborhood. So we need diversity from Mr. Tyler Perry. And I heard somebody say, you know, ain't gonna stop nothing because Tyler Perry is not worried about what we think. Right, Tyler Perry has a loyal fan base that will support him no matter what. Much like the success of many subpar movies on Tubi TV. You know, we're gonna support you. No matter what. We are going to keep you in the black because you're black. Even with the subpar movies, even though it's the stereotypes, many of us going to support you just because. But it's not right to continue down this vein when there were so many other your fans are saying, or was former fans are saying, we want more, we want better from you, more better movies, more quality movies, high writers, right? We're glad that you are paying black actors what they're worth, but we want quality movies, quality shows. You know, like myself and many others have grown tired of this repetitive writing, scripts, movies, storylines. We're just tired. So like I said, I stopped watching Tyler Perry movies, shows a long time ago because it's just not giving what I think he can give to us as a black community at large. So yes, he did do well as far as people watching this movie. That is expected because we're going to support. It's like we support Tubi TV. We're going to support you. But it doesn't negate the fact that it wasn't quality work. You're getting a pat on the back just because of your name and who you are. And that's it. Right? You can be janky and we can still support you. So in my conclusion, Divorce in the Black had potential but fell flat due to its stereotypical portrayal of characters and lack of nuanced storyline. If the script had been more creative and the characters better developed, it could have been much better film. For those reasons, I give it a 2 out of 10. Despite its flaws, Tyler Perry knows his audience. Once again, his loyal fan base will continue to support his work. But for those of us looking for more representation and depth, this film was a disappointment. Once again. No disrespect to Tyler Perry, but this is my honest opinion. Alright, that's all for today's review. Thanks for watching. Tuning into Pay Review Cinema and Television. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more reviews. See you on next time.